Hi, and welcome to A Punk with Toys. My name is Lawrence, and today we're going to take a look at the GI Joe Classified Copperhead. And I'm just going to be upfront and honest. This should be a quick and easy video because he doesn't have very much. Now, I'm okay with not getting a water moccasin. But come on, Hasbro. These are the accessories that you're going to give. This might as well be a Marvel Legend. A Star Wars Black Series for having two crappy pistols, a machete, and then the holster. And the holster should not be considered an accessory because it is needed to hold the pistol. But anyway, we're going to get into it, and we're also going to compare him to the original Copperhead, which has seen better days, let's say probably about 30 plus years ago. So anyway, looking at the art, I mentioned it before, Hasbro, the GI Joe team, they have it down to the plastic-free packaging, even though it's going to be gone. Easter eggs, they better find a way. I hope they find a way to keep the Easter eggs in here, because the artwork looks really cool using the actual figure, whether it be digital rendering, I'm not sure. Here, this thing looks like it's straight out of the cartoon, to be honest. And the eyes are supposed to be very menacing. On the side, you have number 72, along with a QR code that does absolutely nothing because, well, I don't have a website. So anyway, there it is. You can see the machete, the pistol. At the back, it tells you the height of the actual figure, not the character and everything. So anyway, let's just get into this. No reason to look at me, no reason to go through the spiel. But before we start, if you do like the content that I've been giving you, take a second, hit that subscribe button, hit that like, and hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I drop a GI Joe Classified video or any type of GI Joe video. Let's take a look. All right, so out of his non-plastic prison, because there's no plastic prison, there is the back of it. Again, I think it looks really awesome. He could either go for looking scared or menacing. It all depends. I'm assuming they're going for menacing. Here is the locker that it comes with, Copperhead 72. And as B has pointed out, Cobra symbol is upside down, 72, because it goes this way. And again, nice idea, poorly executed. These should be lockers that look like lockers that stand up. Then you could actually use it in a diorama. So let's get rid of that. So he comes with 4 accessories, and I'm using that extremely loosely because I don't really consider this an accessory. So let's just look at the pack that he comes with, and this is going to hold the big 6-shooter that he has. Now, I do like the bullets on here. They got a little bit of paint, so you can actually tell that they're bullets. So this looks really nice. I mean, I like having this. It's going to peg into the back, and then it has what looks like a little strap here to hold it into place. And then we have the big gun. Now, let's take a look at it, and it is a little bent. I mean, come on, you can at least give it straight guns. Again, they were supposed to have cardboard to keep them in the proper spot, but they don't. Now, if I am correct, there is a Copperhead that does come with a big Magnum style 6-shooter that has a scope on it. So looking at it, it's a decent looking gun. You know, there's the big scope on it. Big old long neck here, some paint apps. So it does look nice for the most part. But again, this is really the weapon that you're getting, and no port for blast effects. Then he has this Luger style looking gun. And then this is just, in my opinion, pretty cheesy. Looks like a Star Wars weapon. Again, you're not giving me very much. And not even any paint apps on it. At least it is straight. And then you have the big giant machete or knife, or if it's not a machete, someone will correct me and tell me I should know stuff. I don't care. Anyway, so there you go. It looks pretty nice. Again, it is straight. Going back to the whole fact that, yes, these are for kids, and it is soft, but it's not flimsy. I don't need stuff where it's completely bent, where it's rubber. Why can't you do this with all of your weapons and stuff, Hasbro? All right, so again, that was quick. let's take a look at the Copperhead. And I believe this guy is a big, tall guy. So quickly, we put him next to our shipwreck here. He towers over shipwreck even with the hat on. So he is supposed to be a big, burly guy, where he stands at 6 inches, 6.4 inches. So, all right. So quickly, T-pose, nice and easily. He gets double pinless double elbows. Bicep swivel. He's a little tight. It's a little tight, not that bad there. All right. You get your, whatever it is, your wrist swivel. It's been a hot day. You can look up and down. So his neck is also on a pivot. So that kind of moves a little bit along with his head. His Jean-Claude Van Damme with his drop down hips. He's got his thigh swivel. Pinless knees, which move nice and freely. No problems there. You have the boot cut, which I did mention on Shipwreck is a problem because they don't have it and it takes away articulation. And then you have your boot cut. Again, the Shipwreck pants cause a lot of issues with posing it because it takes away the articulation. So up here he has a molded in pistol. Some people don't like it. It'd be Tony Romo. He's talked about how he doesn't like anything molded in, I understand. Also, Tony Romo has an issue with the sculpt of his actual leg. I believe what he actually has is 2 right legs. So this is on the inside and this is on the outside. Again, I don't have a problem. I haven't seen any other people that have had issues with that. But just be sure to check because unfortunately there still are some QC issues. But this seems to be getting much, much better. Now, let's quickly take a look at this face. I know a lot of people are disappointed with it. This was supposed to look menacing. I think it looks pretty good. I mean, it's hard to get an expression. I will say that the render that they had shown, it did have more, it did look meaner, but I think this looks pretty good. It's not a scared look. It does have a kind of mean look. It looks like he has some sort of rebreather, so I guess he would probably be able to go underwater, depending on how Cobra, makes things or whatever. Maybe there's some sort of rebreather device that's in through the helmet. Color looks really nice. No issues with the paint. You can see the silver, which I really do like. That really pops. He has the wife beater on with the silver Cobra emblem. He's got his armbands because he's been working out like crazy. He wants to be the ultimate warrior. Now, they do tend to fall, and that's one of the issues when you have stuff that's not molded on. But you're going to use these arms for other characters, I'm sure. He does have a tattoo, which looks somewhat faded, which is nice. I like having some that are going to be freshly tattooed on, some that have been on for a while. And I believe this has something to do with the water moccasin. I apologize, I don't fully remember. Again, I'm doing this right out of the package. There you have, the paint looks really nice. I mean, everything looks really nice. There's some paint rub on the inside here. Now this is when you're starting to get really, really nitpicking. I don't really get that upset over stuff like this. Again, if this was the only issue that we've had, then no one really complained. But we've had so many QC issues with Hasbro that you're going to point out little things like this. But other than that, it looks pretty good. There's some paint on this one too. So again, not that big of a deal, but when you start adding up everything that you have. All right, so clearly the small little pistol goes here. And it has some nice texture to it. And then it actually has a, I don't even know what you call this, a leash, a strap to hold it down. Now you can peg it in there, and it did stay in there for a second, but looks like it's gonna kind of fall out. Machete, which I think, I mean, that is something that you would assume he is going to need for sure. He's going through swamps. That's what the water moccasin is for. So I do like that. Let's plug this thing in here. And then again, the strap to hold it on. That stays on there. Kind of. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. You know, stuff like this, sometimes you have issues. They're not going to stay on. Probably not the best. The weapons on this are very disappointing. I'm just going to say that right off the bat. And there's no reason so that they couldn't give him some. So let's compare him to the original one, who, again, has seen better days. So looking at that mask, it matches pretty well. I like that they did a darker green than this teal. You have the ridges that go around the helmet, and it's painted on the inside here by the ears, over the top, all the way to the back. So, I mean, they recreated this figure really nicely. Now, it doesn't look like this was ever painted. Again, hard to remember. Then you have the harness here. So you have your shoulder harness here that has the small pistol, which is the same that came with this. The silver emblem. Now that is something that if you're not paying attention, I could see how someone maybe just go with red, not realizing it, but it's nice that they're going to follow that suit. The belt is a nice skull belt buckle that's rectangular, and if you look at his, this one was also rectangular, and they tended to do a pretty good job of making it look very similar. Clearly his crotch is broken, so this would all be black. The inside is a lot like the Viper was. Same with the inside here. Now they just put a patch on the outside. Again, I'm okay. Oh look, they have a patch on this side. They just didn't have it where the holster is. So they have the holster over here. They gave him black bands that are just a little bit different. The gloves here, it has had green on it, so it's black with green rather than just green, and I'm perfectly fine with that. No tattoo on the original. This one, they added it, and then the boots are black. Again, I think the figure looks really nice. I am a little disappointed with the accessories. Now, this here is the Python Patrol, and I thought this was perfect, that they should have given him probably an M4 with a 203 grenade launcher, maybe Leathernecks backpack also. Then you would have had the Python Patrol Copperhead already with the M16 ready to go. You'd also have it for Leatherneck when you eventually launch Leatherneck. So all in all, I think the figure looks absolutely nice, absolutely wonderful. It feels better than these Python Patrols that we've been getting. It's not soft. This is going to be something that you're going to have to battle with. I heard Bees Battleground say I'll probably just hit it with some glue to keep them up there. I might just take them off because I think they just might get annoying. It's hard to get it over the tricep, it looks like. So the tricep is so big right there, you can't get it over that. Just keep it on there. So maybe a little bit of sticky tack inside of it where you can't see it. It's going to hold it in place. I don't really want to hit it with glue. But all in all, the figure looks wonderful. But he doesn't come with a lot of accessories. And I'm not one that says that he has to come with the water moccasin. There's going to be a lot of figures that don't come with the vehicles because they're not making vehicles, not to the extent that people say they want. I think they just want the opportunity to buy them, which they won't. They'll wait for like the Motu stuff to go on clearance and then buy them and wonder why Hasbro doesn't want to produce them. So let's wrap this up. Again, nice looking figure. Plastic feels good. I think you'll be happy with it. Alright, so there you have it. That's Copperhead. I like the figure. I like the plastic. Whatever they're doing, Hasbro, if any of you are watching, Lenny, Emily, if you somehow get this video, it shows up, this is what you need to stress to Hasbro that they should be using this plastic, this factory, wherever it's coming out. In all honesty, it's not just the GI Joe team, Marvel, Star Wars, all of you guys, this is what you guys should be doing. there's no complaints. There's nothing that's rubbery. I mean, don't get me wrong. Someone can always complain about something. You know, the elbows may be a little bit off, but if you have the elbow that's a little off and you have this slight little paint, no one's going to get that upset about it if everything else is up to par or better than par. It was when you were having issues with the arm coming off. Things are gummy. They feel like they're going to break. Weapons are bent. People will overlook a small bit of defect when everything else is good. But when you have a whole bunch of defects and it continues to go on and on and on and on down the line, that's when we're going to get upset. Again, a few more accessories. Just some bigger accessories. Again, I don't consider this backpack to hold the gun. That shouldn't be considered an accessory. Basically, he comes with two. And in all honesty, this right here, you should have made this come with Ricondo's small little pistol. You did it on Ricondo, why couldn't you do it on him? I'd rather have that than this. I understand you want to have this here because it goes on the original. The O-ring had. You should have given him like an M16 with a 203 on it. Again, I just think that would have worked, and then you would have been able to use that because you're going to need that gun anyway down the line for Leatherneck, and you should have it for the Python Patrol Copperhead, which we know is coming. So anyway, that's it. I'm going to get out of here, but before I do, take a second, jump on social media if you're on it, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, I'm Punk with Toys, the Facebook group page. If you like seeing what we all have, you know, check it out, Punks with Toys. I need to start telling more people. Don't forget I do a live stream every single Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday Night Toy Ramblings. It's not just GI Joe. It's everything that I collect or that I may like. It's not everything I collect because I can't collect all that. But anyway, make sure you join us, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here. And last but not least, before I leave, take a second. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that bell notification so you're notified every time we do drop a GI Joe video. Now I'm going to get out of here. But before I do leave, right up here, if you like this video, you're going to like the shipwreck video. And here's the classified playlist of all the classified videos I've done.